as Father Tuck said, I'd like to give you my perspective on our financial situation and what we're asking you to do about it. You hopefully have received, or will see in the back, this mailing from Father Tuck. And it's entitled Parish Stewardship Program. You probably know, in the context of talking about stewardship in the church, we're talking about offering your time, talent, and treasure to your parish. Our wonderful volunteers in this church do an amazing job with their time and talent. The litany of what they do is long and strong, and I'm sure you're aware of it, you hear about it all the time. From the people who plan our liturgy, the wonderful nurse ministry, people who teach computer classes, who teach the children the catechism, the evangelists going out, prayer groups, the people who decorate the church with those wonderful banners that are so beautiful. I can't imagine how they do that. But the volunteers in this church are wonderful. It's the area of treasure, that third leg of stewardship, on which we need a little bit more help right now. We have had not terrible, but this financial situation this year is understandably bad. The economy is bad. Some of you may have lost your jobs, and we pray for you if you have. But the collections this year are down 5.5% from the previous year, and the collections that year were just flat from the year before. And we have tried our best. Father Tuck and the staff have tried to cut costs where they can. For example, when the pews were purchased with your contributions, volunteers installed them, saving that amount of money. We had some faulty pipes that needed to be replaced, and we had wonderful volunteers do that. But volunteers can't do it all. We are asking you now if you could consider looking at your contributions and seeing if you can't possibly add to them. You know, when we get our monthly bills, we know they keep increasing. Costs of utilities, gas, transportation, food goes up always, and we just have to pay them. But how often do we think about adding an amount to our church, our charitable contributions? If you're like me, you come up with an amount you're comfortable with. Maybe you put a $40 check in your envelope, or maybe you put $1 in the collection basket. And you've been doing that maybe for years. And it's just because you don't get a bill or an assessment, you don't think about increasing. So please take a moment and think about whether or not you can increase your contribution. We've made a couple of other things that are going to be helpful. One other thing, that our Project 2000 debt may be paid off in the fall. And that will help us somewhat, but it doesn't cover the costs that we have to pay. And in fact, over the last 4 years, we've had to go into savings to pay our bills. And anybody who's ever had a piggy bank knows that that doesn't work for very long. So please consider what you can do. Fill out the envelope. This is the commitment envelope where we're asking you to please come up with the amount that you think you will be getting either weekly or monthly or however you want to express it. And next week, bring it to the collection plate. If you're not coming next week, or if you forget it, then bring it in another time, mail it to the church, call me, I'll come pick it up, whatever you want to do. But we would like to have a commitment so we can understand better how to plan our finances and our budget for the year. So, thank you for listening, and hope that we can all do just a little bit better and help our church, which is our family. You know, we come here to the church to give spiritual and emotional counseling and peace. We meet friends. We have a father. We call ourselves brothers and sisters. We're a family. And your St. Anthony's family needs a little help from you. Thank you.